Hello Commanders, I'm Commander Gremlin Spotter, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to land the Imperial Cutter, my ship, on 10.66 G planet. This is known as Newton's Necropolis. One interesting thing about this particular planet is it's a high G planet that also has some biologicals on it. Now, this is one of the first high G planets I've seen that has anything interesting on it, such as geological or biological or something like that. So I really do enjoy this particular landing and this particular planet because it does have the biologicals and it has a target for you to shoot for on the landing, which is very difficult to do with these higher G landings because trying to get at a particular position on a higher G landing requires a bit more skill than just putting it anywhere on the surface. A bunch of different techniques we can use to get down. One thing you don't ever want to do is hit your down thruster. You only use that when you are ready to land. Depending on how high you are, if you're coming out of your glide at about let's say 6 kilometers above the surface, I would highly suggest you do not use your down thrust, as I don't think you'll have time to recover from that maneuver before you'll hit the ground. However, what you can do in lieu of that is you can turn your FA off and then turn it right back on. You want to click, off and on. You lose quite a bit of altitude when you turn it off right away, but when you turn it back on, the computer will compensate and eventually get it back under control. So you're only going to lose maybe a kilometer or so before you get back control of it. So you can use that like you use your down thrust without the consequences of using the down thrust. So I don't really use that in this video. I didn't need to. I came in pretty shallow. But if you're doing a steeper landing, that's a good way to get down kind of quickly. Don't rush your landing on these high G planets. That will get you killed. Have a good plan and try to enact it the best you can. Like on this one, as you see, I'm coming in really shallow, only because I've landed this one a couple of times before and I came in pretty steep on those and had to use that technique that I was talking about. But in this one, because I was shooting the video for it, I want to make sure I had a nice easy landing. And so what I'm doing right here is I'm pulling my nose up. I'm still kind of far away, but I'm getting close to leaving the orbital cruise and going into the glide. And so I don't want to do that too far away, but I don't want to do it too close either. So I'm just trying to gauge it. So I'll pull my nose up. I'm gonna push it back down here in just a second, and just try to say, okay, where am I at? So I do that. I think I pull it up one more time, so I still think I'm a little too far away. Yeah, so now that I'm under that kilometer, I'm feeling a lot better about it. You don't want to come out of your glide this far away. You're going to boost. I do a little bit of that here. But this is a pretty safe way of going in for the landing. Not really rushing it. I'm taking my time getting down. I'm not having to use any advanced techniques to get down. The other thing is, once you get into the glide, you can go as steep as you want. The real key is coming out of the glide as close to level with the planet as you can. You don't want to have your nose pointed straight down at the planet when you come out of glide, because it's just going to grab that momentum and pull you down. So you want to be close to breaking the glide off. And again, you'll come out of glide anywhere between 8 and 5 kilometers. That's pretty good. That's not bad. Here, when I come out of my glide, I think I've still got a ways to go, so I end up boosting a lot. And you can boost all you want on these high G planets. Just make sure that you're watching the angle of attack you have on your nose, because that's going to determine your vertical speed going down. So right now I'm not really worried about it. Like I said, orbital cruise and glide, you can come in as steep as you really want. The important thing is making sure that when you come out of it, your nose is level with the ground. That's the most important thing. From there, you can then gauge how much altitude you need to leave with how much distance you have. So as far as hitting these targets like this, like I said, it is a bit more difficult. If you're just trying to land on the planet, you're not trying to hit any particular target, do what you got to do. Use your own judgment, but you still don't want to be in a hurry to get down to the ground, because if you get in a hurry, you can lose control of your ship, and then that's not going to be good on these higher G planets. So here I am in the glide. I guess about 29 degrees or so. I'm still kind of far away, about 100 kilometers from the site, but that's all right. I'd rather be shallow. I'd rather be too shallow than too steep. So this isn't so bad. Like I said, you're okay using boost. You can boost all you want on the planet as long as you've got your nose level. So here I come out of the glide, and I'm, right about, 5 degrees. So I don't have any vertical speed right now. I'm staying right where I'm at. That's exactly how I want it. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the boost because I know I'm far away, but I also need to lose some altitude. So I'm at 70 kilometers, and I'm still at the, 5.3 kilometers above. So I'm going to point my nose down. Looks like I think I go down to about 5 degrees and start boosting. And you'll start seeing my vertical. Yeah, see, I'm going to start getting some vertical. That's good. 1 to 3 bars is decent. However, if you find that you feel like you're going too fast vertically, pull your nose up to level and then punch the boost, and you should come out of it. You should stop losing altitude, and that's a good way to get control of your ship again. And then mainly what I do to get down on these higher G planets is once I've got it to where it's level and I'm not losing altitude, I'll push the nose down between 5 and 10 degrees. I'll count the little vertical speed blips down there. Once I get to 3 or 4 of them, I'll pull my nose back up. I'll let the ship sink down to where it's going to sink down, get an idea where it's at, and just keep doing. I call it porpoising. Just porpoise all the way down to the ground. Here, I don't like to do that when I have a target because then I feel like I'm going to get in a rush. And when you feel like you get in a rush, you start losing control of things, and then next thing you know, your ship ends up on the ground. Maybe not completely destroyed, but highly damaged, depending on how close you are to the ground when you or how far you are above when you lose control of it. So yeah, here I'm just gonna play it safe. I've got a long ways to go. I know how far my target is, so I'm just gonna just kind of gauge it. Actually, towards the end of this, I get a little concerned because I feel like I'm going down too fast. Here I'm looking for the suns. There's a double sun that's really cool to look at, and I thought it might be off to my side. It's actually behind me, so. It's just a nice, easy landing. So, yeah, I'm under 2 kilometers from the ground. I still have more than 20 kilometers to go. So this is a nice, easy descent. This is one of the better descents I've had. Usually I come in pretty steep, and I really have to jockey the thing around. The other thing is when you're turning in a high G environment, you need to do it very slowly. If you try to execute a really high, fast turn, typically you lose control of your ship, and you're going to lose a lot of altitude. I believe it's recoverable if you have enough altitude. I'm going to do a video here in another couple of days and test some of these theories as far as, how fast can you turn, especially on this planet, and how much altitude do you lose, hitting the down thrust as compared to just doing your FA off and on. I'm going to test all that, and I'll do a video on it, and that'll be something interesting. And then you can kind of use those as a guide to how far up above the planet you need to be to use some of these tricks and that kind of thing. So I think that's going to be the next video I do while I'm out here at this planet. This planet is about 34,000 light years from Sol, so I'm quite a ways out there. I'm past Sagittarius A. It's about 8,000 light years past Sagittarius A, somewhere around there. So doing pretty good. I like my altitude where it is. I like how far away I am. I'm just now starting to see the biologicals. And so this is looking really good. I'm really happy with this landing so far. I really like the profile I've got on it. It's real nice, easy. This is exactly what you want on a high G planet. There's no threat of me going out of control and destroying myself. Usually I put my landing gear down at about 1 kilometer from the surface, and I usually pull my throttles back to the blue at 2 kilometers just to start slowing down a little bit. And from here, as long as you keep your nose level and you pull back on your throttle, you'll have a lot of control over where you're going as far as how fast you're moving. See, this is where I thought, oh crap, I'm going way too quick. So I pull my nose up real quick, and I pull my throttles all the way back. Okay. Now I'm just looking for a nice thing. I'm at 43 meters, which is perfect. You don't want to be too much higher than that because you cause quite a bit of damage to your ship. I shoot for between 50 and 30 meters above the ground before I try to find a nice little landing spot and put it down. And there you are. I am on the ground and good to go. Very little damage. Looks like my shields took a little bit of damage, but other than that, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go do a wide shot here so we can see all the biologicals. And there you go. That's pretty much how you, this will work for any big ship, whether it's a cutter or T9 or anything like that. So thank you for watching.